from an NFL stadium that hosted NFL football on and off from 1966 until 2019. We are glad to be back under the lights at the Coliseum in Oakland. Tonight we are all set to witness what should be a good one. It's a battle of eras, if you will. Today's NFL superstars set to face the best of the best, the Madden legends. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, and there he is, the great Pat Summerall, set to do the honors. This should be a fun one. Underway here in Oakland. Ooh, the juke. And able to get this out to the 25. So out come the NFL superstars, and it is Josh Allen who leads him out at quarterback, the MVP of the National Football League in 2024. You know, Coach Madden always admired those field generals who could really do it all, and there might not be a more unstoppable quarterback in the league today, the number 17 of the Bills. Allen going to look to throw on the first play. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully. Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. 36 yards on the play.
Result is a first down.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd down and 6 now. From the gun, it's Allen. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Allen now looks to throw. That is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Allen. This is caught. Touchdown. George Kittle from 3 yards out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football, and right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone, and they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And the Superstars are out to a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Well, now how about this return? Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The legend set to go to work. It is Peyton Manning who leads him out at quarterback. Peyton spent 14 years as a Colt, 4 more as a Bronco. And the numbers, they speak for themselves. 14 times a Pro Bowler, better than 71,000 passing yards, 539 touchdown passes, and, of course, twice a Super Bowl champion. Looking to put a drive together. On the ground, it's the Hall of Famer, LaDainian Tomlinson. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a play fake. Manning. That pass caught. The former Patriot and Buck, Rob Gronkowski. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play.
Rob Gronkowski. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. They'll give to LaDainian up the gut. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now Manning. That one behind his man, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Well, here we go. Coach Madden going to turn to his longtime partner in the booth, Pat Summerall, on for the field goal. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
So after the made field goal, Pat Summerall back out to send it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the NFL superstar is going to head out for drive number 2. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's going the other way. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, No matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Well, the legends head back out, and with them the great Jerry Rice, who, of course, had his biggest years across the bay from here in San Francisco in the 80s and 90s. Rice was always one of the hardest workers out there, a real tactician at the wide receiver position. Two qualities that Coach Madden always admired. Here's what Coach Madden had to say about all the things number 80 could do to beat you.
With Jerry Rice, you have to move him around. You can play him at flanker. You can play him at X. You can play him in the slot. You can even sneak him in the backfield once in a while.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the
Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the two defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Tomlinson up the middle. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Manning. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Manning going to throw. Swinging this ball out here to Tomlinson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll run with the former Tennessee Titan legend Eddie George. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Manning now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Throwing now is Manning. The quick slant caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Tomlinson will score. Touchdown, Legends.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Here now, Pat Summerall for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The 10-play drive that time. And it's all capped off on the touchdown run by LaDainian Tomlinson. After the touchdown, here's Summerall to send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. One carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
Looking to put a drive together. On play action, Allen. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Second and inches at the 35-yard line.
Now Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Here's Allen. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Barkley, inside handoff. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. Result is a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now Allen. To Barkley on the check down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Throwing now is Allen. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he is into the end zone for a Superstars touchdown. Josh Allen, a 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to retake the lead.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
Aubrey now for the point after. And that makes it 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Legends going back on offense. Hall of Famer LaDainian Tomlinson in there at running back. And you think back to those Raider teams of the 70s. Coach Madden always loved to run the football, and he had some great running backs to rely on. But no one quite like LT, who he held in high regard. And here's what he had to say about the all-around abilities of the Charger great.
LaDainian Tomlinson is one of the best backs in the league. He has it all. I've watched him and I thought, I don't know if there's a guy that's better at running and catching and blocking and doing all the things that you have to do to be a running back.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They go again to Tomlinson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll look for the first for Tomlinson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Looking right side him, he's got a man. That's Gonzalez. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's another first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll go up the gut with Tomlinson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. They'll hand this to Tomlinson, running right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Manning. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First down and goal to go.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right on the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. That is caught. Touchdown, Legends. A great play there. There to make the grab as they have taken the lead. So they go play action, 3 tight ends out there in the heavy set.
Well, they showed everything that suggested running play. Just what you mentioned, 3 tight ends, heavy formation, able to go play action off of it because if you're a defender, you're thinking it's a running play with that much beef on the field.
But they passed it, and they got 6 out of it. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. That time, a 9-play drive. After the touchdown, here's Summerall to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
We are through one. So happy to have you along. It's football. It's Oakland. And it's only on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as we watch this long drive continue to begin quarter 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It's a first down, Superstars on a gain of 12.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. To the air, Allen. Open man is Chase, complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Allen to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13 there. Good for a Superstars first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game,
The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To throw, it's Allen. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, the big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Barkley is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Barkley again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Well, Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football. But on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Legends making their way back out on offense with Terrell Owens at wide receiver. Owens, former 3rd-round pick of the 49ers in 1996, and really came out of nowhere. Played at Chattanooga, but he developed into one of the great receivers in NFL history. And Coach Madden always appreciated the different ways in which T.O. could be a factor in a ball game.
Terrell Owens is such a big, strong, powerful guy. You don't always have to get the ball to him deep. You can hand it to him on a reverse, throw it to him on a slant, and he can just run right through the defense.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
On 1st down is George. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Jalen Carter in on that tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Throwing is Manning. That's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Andy Lee on to kick it away. Back deep, Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances, and he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
A first down carry for Henry. Oh, he sheds himself free. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards, good for a superstar's first down.
And a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
He's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Henry up the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Allen now looks to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Inside Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up, They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Henry's got it out on the left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down for the Superstars.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Allen going to throw. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's third. Touchdown! Jamar Chase, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to take the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them. Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
So here's a 3rd and 14. To throw, it's Manning. They set up the screen LT. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he get the first down.
Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a first down. Superstars on a gain of 12.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Takes it to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Allen. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Allen. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Superstars. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 62 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Aubrey now for the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
Our home team, 17.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Manning. And he checks this one down LT out of the backfield. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Manning. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gonzalez. Now He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
14 yards.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now Manning. Pressure comes, and down he goes. And the Legends going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Manning to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Rice. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Makes it 3rd and 6.
Now a 3rd and 6. To throw is Manning. He's taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Drops this off to Tomlinson, complete. And now the Legends going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Second and 7, operating from the 34. Throwing now is Manning. Got a man, it's Jerry Rice. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And a nice job by the two of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the 1st down.
LT hit and the ball is out. One of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Again, it's Manning. That is caught. Touchdown, Legends. Randy Moss in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Visitors 31.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we're at halftime with NFL Superstars on top as we turn it over to Scott Hanson for our halftime report.
Brandon, thanks so much. A very entertaining first half indeed as we take a look at some of the highlights. This has been a fun game to watch back here in the studio, and you have to imagine the fans in Oakland are thrilled to have football once again and to have so many great players on the field at the same time. I want to remind you, stick around after the game for the presentation of the turducken to the winning side. Who's that going to be? Let's go find out. Third quarter just about ready to get underway. Take it away from the Coliseum, Brandon Goddard.
Okay, Scott, thank you. Would have loved to have been a fly on the wall in either of these two locker rooms to listen to Coach Madden's speeches as we get set to resume play. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gonzalez. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Manning going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They run the quick dive with Austin. And just not a big enough hole to break this one. He gets it to the 35 after showcasing that tough running of his. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Manning now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
48-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a play fake. Manning. He finds his man. Complete. It's Gonzalez. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
A give up the middle. Here's George. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Legends. Jerry Rice. 54 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Here's Pat Summerall for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter.
That ties the game.
So that drive in total 8 plays. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Oh, a nifty juke. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
He felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
An inside run with George. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Now Manning. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Again, it's George. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll give it to George. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll try it now with George. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Here's Allen. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Aaron Donald's secret, if there is one, to his play, his ability to contort his body in such a way that you can't get a good, clean block on it. He slides through holes and slides past blockers and makes plays just as we saw there.
He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. On the return, Hester. And a nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Manning. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, they were going draw play there. The defense wasn't fooled. They sniffed it out.
I think they're going to have to go back and take a few more acting classes because that's what a lot of that is. You've got to influence them to think that it's going to be a pass play and have them drop out and maybe the defensive front coming forward and find yourself some space. In this case, no one was fooled and ended up spilling that play pretty well.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Shotgun now for Manning. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw here on first down. In trouble, and he's taken down. Jalen Carter breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On the handoff, this is George. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
First down, right back to George. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
On the ground, George. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A run, it's George. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
And I know this quarterback. His instinct, he's going to want to go for it here on 4th and goal. I want to see if the rational heads on the sidelines prevail and they say this late in the game, let's get 3 in the lead. This debate is going to be fun.
And this one is right through. And they have regained the lead. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it. But the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
So after the made field goal, Pat Summerall back out to send it away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Jamar Chase. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 6. Allen going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Allen. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he couldn't get it to check out. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw, it's Manning. That ball caught, it's Rice. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
17 yards.
That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Get confident penalty.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there at 22.
22 yards. That's another first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right?
No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
Here comes George. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
1 yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's George. Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3rd and 4. Madden. They'll set up the screen, and a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half, they give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Manning. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. One quarter to play. It's football once again here in the East Bay. The fans love it. And we're back after this. This is a special presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Manning. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try to hammer this in with George. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Eddie George taking it in from 2 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Summerall now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Our home team 41.
A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's Summerall to send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The NFL superstars ready to take over once more. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Looking to put a drive together. Play action. Now it's Allen. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A first down carry for Barkley. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 3. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Allen. He completes this into the hands of Jefferson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is in. Touchdown, Superstars. Josh Allen taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Aubrey now for the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now. That time a 9-play drive. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
But how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Yeah, we'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Here's Manning to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. They only get 5 out of that quick slam, but that's good enough for a first.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Manning going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Moss. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
Now Manning. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll try the left side. George. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick here is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. So after the made field goal, Pat Summerall back out to send it away. Oh, good move. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
At their own 31-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Barkley. And space tough to come by there. So get maybe a yard to the 37.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 4. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
A gain of 9 yards.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Saquon Barkley. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now Allen. Complete. Jefferson to target. Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Throwing now is Allen. And a fine chase on the right side, complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. to the air. Allen. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
On third down, Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final try here for Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Aubrey now for the point after. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
Makes the score.
So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The home team's offense on their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They fake the handoff. Now Manning. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now. On play action. Now Manning. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Jalen Carter, his 2nd sack of the night.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to kick it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Here's Allen to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on here to punt it away. Here's Hester. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 1, 2:19 to play. They'll have 2 timeouts and, of course, also the 2-minute warning as they go to work on first down. Throwing now is Manning. This will be caught by Randy Moss. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
2 minutes to play here in Oakland. Who gets the turducken? It's on its way in from the oven, and we'll find out who gets it after this. Here's a 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Manning. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gonzalez. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Nice. Well coached. A team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. To throw is Manning. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Well, this defense needing a stop here. Got to have it. 3rd and 9. Manning to throw. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Partner, they've got 1 chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And now the Legends going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. First and 10. Back to throw, Manning. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now 2nd and 4. Now Manning. They'll set up the screen to George. That's some strong running. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's George. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure the investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's George. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A big play looming on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. George. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
The Legends now going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
So after the made field goal, Pat Summerall back out to send it away. And with time of factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So it's a win here in Oakland for the Legends. And after a great night of football, time for the best of traditions. Sure, it's great to lift a Lombardi trophy, but a close second might be lifting that turducken and taking a big bite after a hard-fought victory. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. As expected, a win for the Legends as we say so long from Oakland.